Hello there, I am Dr. Bree. I'm a physical therapist and I am your go-to gal for mind, body, pelvic health. And I love exercise that's accessible for all people and is very, very helpful for the core and the pelvic floor. And that's what today's routine is all about. It's a seated pelvic floor strength routine. And this is great for anybody with limited mobility or for people who work at an office all day or for people with knee pain who have a hard time getting down on the ground. A lot of my videos are on the floor, but this one is purely seated. So all you'll need is a chair. And you can use a chair with arms, although if you have an armless chair with no side parts to it, it might be a little easier. So go ahead and find a chair that's comfortable and sit down and join me. We're going to begin in an interesting, unexpected way. Even though this is a seated chair routine for pelvic strength, we're going to actually begin with our upper body, our neck, our arms, our shoulders. One reason is because posture and pelvic health are absolutely aligned. And so we're going to work on our posture from our head all the way down to our pelvis right now. So let's go ahead and begin with some heart circles. We're loosening up the thoracic spine, the middle part of our back, and also our low back too. So you can put your hands on your thighs or your knees and just circle your heart forward to the side, to the back, and to the other side. You can go slow. You might not look as smooth as this. If it's a little stiff, that's okay, totally normal. Most people are not very loose in this part of their body. They don't move it very much, but it's really important to keep this part of our body mobile. It helps with our breathing, it helps with our posture, and it helps prevent pain. So let's go ahead and go the other way with the heart circles. So reverse directions. You're just breathing and trying to keep your sitting bones heavy on the chair beneath you. So you're not tipping your whole body as you do this. It's really just the heart circling over your pelvis. So feel like your sitting bones are two rocks. They're two heavy rocks that are rooted and grounded into the seat beneath you. Breathing. And loosening up the ribs, the back of the spine area, this whole back side of the body. I feel about even. Go ahead and make sure you feel even, like you've gone an equal number of times in both directions. And now we're gonna come into our arms. So bring your arms straight out to the side. I want you to really reach them out, straight as you can, and try to make sure that your shoulders are not up by your ears. So shoulders down, and we're gonna circle our arms around back, back, back. Now, as you're doing this, you can bring your core into it by making sure that you're not going all over the place with your body. Try to keep your core muscles gently activated so that the only thing moving is your arms. Now, you should feel your shoulder blades gently drawing together just a little bit as your arms go back. Breathe with this, starting to feel it in your shoulders. Again, this is starting to work the muscles in between our shoulder blades, which for those of us who have maybe poor posture, those muscles get really stretched back there. So we want to strengthen them. Let's just do 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, nice job. Shake out your arms, shake out your hands, wiggle out your shoulders. Exhale. Whew. Okay, bring one hand out to the side. It doesn't matter which one. You can just mirror me. So bring the arm out to the side, place your fingertips by the side of your head. And what I want you to do is just side bend. So for me, this is my left arm and I'm side bending toward my right. Now use your hand and feel like you're actually kind of stretching this side waist. Make sure that you're not tipping your whole body to the side like this. You want your sitting bone on this side to be heavy, like a rock, down into the chair beneath you. Try not to hunch forward like this. Try to open the elbow toward the sky. Sitting bone down On this side, down, 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 as your elbow reaches up, up, up. This is a big stretch. Opening up the side ribs helps with breathing, helps with posture. All of this is important for our pelvic health. We've got to have good breathing and good posture. Now, come back up to the middle and we switch sides. Whew, you should feel that energy on this side of the body. So now other side, fingertips toward the side of your head. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. Inhale, exhale as you side bend. Like before, if you want to, you can kind of use your hand. You can even put this hand down and just kind of stretch this area before really getting into the stretch. Breathing. Do not tip your whole body and pelvis. You want to make sure that your sitting bones are grounded evenly on the chair beneath you like rocks. Especially this side's going to want to pop up. Don't let it. Press it down as your elbow goes up. This is helping with our breathing so that we can really expand our ribs when we breathe. It's helping to stretch all of the tissues, the fascia, the ligaments in our back, which is helpful for posture. One more breath. Make sure you're not hunching forward like this. We want to really reach that elbow up toward the sky. And come on up. Whew, good job. Roll out the shoulders again. And now we're going to do one more exercise that's really thinking about this area between the shoulder blades. So you're going to bring your hands out to the sides, just like before, where their fingertips are touching the sides of our head, but now both hands are up. Let your elbows be forward, and then you're going to press your elbows back as far as you can. They might not get totally back like this. That's okay. Even if you're just doing a little bit of motion, that's okay. I want you to be sure, though, that your head is not going forward. Don't let your hands press your head forward. You want your head to be back, your posture to be tall, and squeezing the arms backward. So it's like you're trying to press the elbows open and apart from each other. Feel the area between your shoulder blades light up and come in. 3 more times just like that. So press the elbows apart away from each other and feel as if you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, the muscles between the shoulder blades. And elbows in. Like I said, even if your range of motion is smaller than mine, that's okay. Even if your arms are more out here, that's okay. They don't have to be touching your head. Just make sure that your head's not pressing forward. You're sitting up tall. And let's do our last 2. So elbows pressing apart from each other, out to the sides, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And breathing. And last one. It's a lot of work for the arms and shoulders, isn't it? And last time here. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Try to keep your shoulders dropped down so they're not hunched up like this. So down away from your ears. It's a lot of work. And together. Whew, okay. Believe it or not, all of that is helping your pelvic floor because now you can breathe better. Take a big deep breath into your ribs and exhale. And another big deep breath into your ribs and exhale. Good. Now we're going to do an alignment check after all of that upper body and spine work and mid-back work. We should have a better chance for good posture. So I want you to pretend like you have a ponytail. So it doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter if you have short hair or long hair. Just pretend like you have a ponytail on the top of your head and pretend like someone is pulling it up toward the ceiling. So that's going to help. If you tend to sit like this, which a lot of people do, then this is going to make it so you can't do that. If someone's pulling on your ponytail, you want to bring your chin back and feel as if someone's pulling that ponytail up toward the sky. So it feels like a lengthening through your spine and through the back of your neck, a lengthening, okay? So this is the posture that I want you to have. This is the best posture for our pelvic floor. The more our heads are forward and the more our lumbar area is flattened, the more problems we tend to have with our pelvic floor. So we do not want this. We want this, okay? Find it and hold it. And now we're gonna get into our pelvic mobility. So in that position, you can stay right where you are. I'm just showing you from the side so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna do pelvic rocks. So you're gonna tip your pelvis forward, and then you are going to tip it back. This is what it looks like. Your pelvis is gonna rock forward. Your sitting bones and your tailbone are actually gonna come back, and the front of your pelvis is gonna come forward. And then you're gonna reverse that, and your sitting bones and your tailbone are gonna tuck under, and the top of your pelvis, the top of your hip bones are gonna go back, okay? So it's just rocking and rolling. Keep going, keep practicing, and I'm gonna show you with my pelvis model what's happening. Okay, so here's my pelvis model. This is your bony pelvis. And these are your pelvic floor muscles in the middle of it all. And your pelvis is just tipping and then tipping the other way. Tipping one way and tipping the other way. This is stretching and strengthening all of the different muscles in your pelvic bowl and around your pelvic bowl. And it's also improving mobility of the lumbar spine and also the hip joints themselves. So tipping and tipping. Breathe with this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. For these last couple, I just want to show you that it's really not my shoulders that are moving. It's mainly just this center part of my body, my pelvis. So go ahead and finish up. And good. Now what I want you to do is feel as if you are just lifting one of your sitting bones, just one side. Let's try to just lift this side up off the surface of your chair. So it's like you're just lifting this sitting bone up off the surface of your chair. Of course, other muscles are going to be involved, but your pelvic floor is going to be involved, and your obliques, your abdominal area, your other hip muscles. But I want you to just try to feel subtly like you're lifting that one side up, 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 and holding it. You might feel that you're pressing a little bit or maybe lifting the heel off of the floor. That's okay. You can press into the ball of your foot, but I want you to try to make the work come from this center part of your body, your pelvic floor muscles deep on the inside, your hip muscles, your ab muscles, lifting just a little bit, half an inch off the seat of the chair, and then lower it down. Good. Relax. And we're going to do the other side. So lift the pelvic floor. Just imagine that the other sitting bone is lifting off the chair. Lifting off the chair. The other sitting bone, the other butt bone is lifting just a half an inch. Your pelvic floor muscles are active. Your abdominal muscles, your hip muscles, they're all kind of turned on this side, and it's very, very subtle. Breathe as you're lifting these muscles. And let it go. Good. Okay, shake out your body, totally relax. I want you to relax your belly. I want you to relax your butt muscles, your glutes. And I want you to relax your pelvic floor muscles. Just totally let go. Now, I'm going to have you activate those muscles. So I want you to squeeze and lift your pelvic floor like you're doing a Kegel contraction, a Kegel exercise. Feel as if you're closing off your urethra. So if you had to stop the flow of urine, think about gently squeezing those muscles, squeezing and lifting toward your head. Okay? It's gentle, nothing too crazy, but a squeeze and a lift. Hold it. Now I want you to feel those low abs, the low belly, right here. I want you to feel that gently pull in as well. So it's very strong through that deep inner core. Now breathe. Make sure you're breathing as you're held, as you're lifted through the deep core. Breathe. Keep that inner core nice and strong and relax. Totally let go. Relax your belly, relax your butt muscles, relax your pelvic floor. And if you could not feel your pelvic floor muscles in that last exercise, then I'm going to invite you to squeeze your inner thighs together. And that can sometimes help you feel an activation of your pelvic floor just a little bit more. So if you have something like a pillow or a block or something to squeeze against, that's great. But if you just have your fist, that's okay too, or maybe two fists. So if you need a little assistance to feel a boost of pelvic floor muscle activation like that Kegel, go ahead and try this. Gently squeeze against the block or the pillow or your fists. Gently squeeze your thighs together. And now see if that helps you feel a squeeze and lift of your pelvic floor muscles a little bit better. You're also trying to squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles and gently pull in those low abs and hold it. This is what I call being zipped up through your core. These core muscles are turned on, the lower deep core, and you're breathing. So don't hold your breath. And now relax. Okay, totally let go. Belly is relaxed and soft. Butt muscles are relaxed and soft. Taking a deep breath. Now, we're going to do that same zipped up deep core contraction that we just finished, but we're going to add on some total core, total body exercises to it. Now I want you to just turn the muscles on without squeezing your hands together or your legs together. So pelvic floor gently squeezes and lifts, like you're picking up a blueberry with your genitals. It's a weird analogy, but feel like you're picking something up or like you're stopping the flow of urine. And then those low, deep abs draw inward. You are zipped up, stable. Your posture, your ponytail alignment is perfect. Now hold it as you lift one leg up off the ground and then set it down. And now the other lifts and set it down. Keep this zipped up feeling, keep the core strong, and keep breathing into your ribs, into your chest, a little higher. We're breathing a little higher than normal because you're strong and lifted down in the core. Your posture is tall and beautifully straight, and you are slowly lifting and lowering one leg and then the other. Let's do 3 more on each side. Keep breathing. Feel your core turned on, lifted. Everything is in alignment. Your ribs are stacked over your pelvis. And finish it up here. I think this is our 3rd one on each side. And relax. Totally release and let go. Now, if you felt that in your low back, if you feel any pinching in your low back, then it might mean that you were either accidentally slouched or you were accidentally a little bit arched through your low back. So for the next exercise, try to make sure that you're neither this or this. You're right in between. You're neutral. Your ribs are over your pelvis. Everything is lifted like the ponytail, okay? So let's move on to our next exercise. For this one, you're going to have your feet together and your knees apart. You might want to scoot to the front of your chair for this one. So your feet are together and knees are apart, like a butterfly position or a diamond position. Your arms are out to the side. You're going to zip up the core just like we did before, and you're going to lift your arm toward the calf or the knee of the opposite leg, keeping this rotation at your hips. So it's not straight up, it's actually open at your hips, okay? And down, and down, and down, and down. Strong through the core, lifted through the pelvic floor and the low abs. Keep breathing. I like to exhale as I bring my hand toward my calf and low abs are pulled in, pelvic floor is lifted. Remember, you're zipped up and strong. You're breathing. Let's do 3 more on each side. 3, 2, and 1, and done. Nice. Okay, we're gonna do a stretch. This is a great psoas stretch. You're gonna come to one side of your chair. So for me, this is the right side of my chair, and my right leg is gonna go back behind me. This is where if you have an armed chair with arms, this might be kind of harder, or hopefully not impossible, but hopefully you can figure it out. So you're gonna bring that right leg behind you, and the right arm reaches in front of you. And just move with this stretch. I'm actually holding onto the chair with my left hand, and just feel as if you're moving and feeling where the stretch feels most yummy. So reach. And now let's go in and out 3 times. So you're gonna go in and out, in and out. One more time, in and out, and hold it again. Good. Switch to the other side. So now I'm kind of towards the left side of my chair, and my left leg is going behind me, and I'm reaching my left arm up. My right arm is holding onto the chair for stability, and I'm just reaching, feeling that stretch right here. I love to move a little bit in my stretches. It's really good for your body just to explore and see where you can feel it most for you. Let's do 3 times. We come together and apart, together and apart. Last time, together and apart, and hold it. Nice job. And we end with a seated pigeon pose, or figure 4. So you're gonna bring your one leg up. So for me, this is my right leg, and bring it so that the foot is just above the knee. Now maybe it's too hard to even get it up there, and that's okay. You can just kind of hold it like this with a little bit of rotation and your foot flexed. Try to make sure your foot is flexed. That helps stabilize everything through your knees, okay? So foot flexed, and just hold on and feel that stretch in your hips. If you can, put it all the way on top of your thigh, just above your knee, that's great. Maybe you're like this, that's fine. Just try to be sure that you're not roundy like this. Try to be lifted through your spine. If your knee can come all the way down, that's great too. So wherever you are is perfect. But this is the full stretch where your knee is, parallel with the floor, your knee and your shin. So you should feel this in the side of your hip, right out here. And again, make sure this ankle is nice and flexed. Breathing. You can press down a little bit on your thigh, but don't ever press directly on your knee joint, okay? So if you want a little more stretch, you can press on that thigh. You can also lean forward if you want more stretch. This makes it more intense. And come up, other side. So this is a really nice release for your low back and for your hips and your pelvic floor. So again, wherever you are is perfect, and one side might feel different than the other. That's really common. So if you're just up like this and maybe holding on around your shin and flexing your ankle, that's okay. If you are here, that's okay, that's perfect. If you are here, that's great too. So wherever you are, don't press right on your knee joint. Press more on your thigh and keep your ankle flexed. And great job today. This is our last move. If you loved this workout, be sure to come back to it. It's a really nice way to mix up your day if you are seated a lot, or if you just want a different way to do an exercise routine that doesn't involve getting down on the floor. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more of a stretch, remember you can lean forward. And before you go from this video, I hope you'll give this a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to tell a friend about it. My information is for everybody with pelvic floors, which is everybody. Everybody on this planet has a pelvic floor. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter whether or not you've had children, whether or not you've been pregnant. If you are a man, a woman, it doesn't matter. Everyone has a pelvic floor, and everyone can benefit from taking some time to take care of the pelvic floor muscles and the muscles that surround the pelvic floor. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, remember to eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. Bye.